we should give the lads a bloody big chocolate cake. Made up to look like a football, life size. That should go down very well.
But as a pudding?
Well, why not? We can afford it.
Will there be enough to go round?
Now, all we need is a cake. Like a bowl with something nice written on it, like, well done, our lads. Or there was only one goal in it.
Well, knowing our lot, somebody's bound to take a throw in with it straight to the top table.
Yes, I don't think we should give them too much temptation. I mean, they'll have been at the beer a long time if you've reached the pudding stage.
All right. Bloody fruit cocktail like every bloody year.
Oh, come on, Arthur, don't get upset.
They'll play five-a-side with it, I'm telling you.
What about marzipan goalposts?
In the league or on the cake?
Oh, well, if you're going to take that sort of attitude...
Oh, come on, God, you're like a lot of old women.
We should have won that bloody cup. There'll be nothing on the top table this year, no silver.
Well, that's why I suggested a chocolate football.
It'll be all over us, won't it?
They'll take penalties with it.
Look, Derek, you're only on the committee because you're a friend of the vicar.
I haven't talked to me say, though,
Come
haven't I?
on, don't let's bring personalities into this.
No, just fruit cocktail with top of the milk, like always.
Is that going in minutes?
No, but I bloody am if nothing's sorted out soon. God, if I ran my business like you
Oh,
lot...
come on, you can't leave now. You're the chairman.
All right, let's go over the menu again.
Soup to start with, then roast lamb, peas, carrots, mashed potatoes or roast as a choice, the pudding to be decided, roll and butter on the side, coffee to follow.
It makes you feel hungry hearing it like that, doesn't
Right,
it?
let's take a vote on it.
Agreed? Right, all those in favour of indigestion with a fruit salad?
You can't take a vote like that.
All right, then. All those in favour of tinned fruit? I'm the only one in the pudding club, then. Yes?
Can I take it the cocktail is the sweet?
Oh, yes. Those lads sweated on that semi-final. They trained like bloody lunatics. Do you know, Teddy Beeching left his wife every Friday night and slept at his brother's?
Have you seen his wife?
Oh, go on, make your little sharp jokes. Those lads worked damned hard, and I think we should show them we appreciate what they did. Nobody rated us, you know.
Look, all I want is a night out with their mates on the team and their wives. And a bit of a dance. I bet none of them will notice whether he's had rice pudding or kippers.
Well said.
Well, look, it's supposed to be a fun evening.
I know that. It's just that year after year we give them the same thing.
Here we are.
Ah, here she is. Here she is, God bless her. Never late with the sliced oranges at half-time. Always there with the tea. Ah, nice cup of tea.
Have you decided anything, Hen?
Yeah, we're having fruit cocktail. And each couple's getting a balloon and a copy of next year's fixtures.
Pay no attention to him.
Here you are, then. Help yourselves to the biscuits. Here, Eric.
Oh, thank you, Maggie. You got lots of work on, then?
More than I can handle. I'm doing an extension for the doctor over at Stacey's.
Oh.
Talk about travelling time. I'm waiting on timber at the moment. You can't get it for love nor money.
Because that must be a problem for you.
Yeah, for them as well. I need that timber to keep their bloody roof up.
Now, ladies present.
Oh, God. You're like a bloody sorry Margaret old lady. Do you know that? Sitting there, putting your oar in, pontificating. Why don't you draw your curtains at night?
What's that supposed to mean?
Anything you like, Blossom.
I would like to go on record as complaining of the chairman's childish and unfair manner in the way he conducts these meetings. Do I have to put that in?
Please yourself, it's public knowledge.
What is?
Oh, that was cleared up years ago.
Oh, you were in that police station for hours.
I was having a drink with them, wasn't I?
That's your story.
What a man does in his own home is his own business.
Oh, certainly.
I fail to see what can be gained by discussing this in front of Margaret, anyway.
Well, she's heard it all before, haven't you, Maggie?
What are you going on about?
Take no notice of him, Derek. It's just an old score between them.
You're like a dog with a bone, aren't you?
Not really, just flitting about, keeping tabs.
Any more business?
Yeah, reams of it. I suppose his lordship would be dashing away as usual.
I'm at the committee's disposal all night, if needs be.
Can we get on with the meeting, then?
All right, what's on the agenda?
Well, there's speeches, who to invite on the top table, Player of the Year award, can we afford showers, all the usual stuff.
Oh, my God, what a way to run a committee. All the usual stuff. All the usual
Well, why
stuff.
don't you do it, then? Look, do it yourself.
Oh, no, you do it very well, Cyril. I mean, I couldn't do it. I don't know where you find the time. Mind you, you haven't got a colour set, have you?
We seem to be bickering a lot tonight.
Yeah, well, is he not there, bloody sticking away, putting everybody's back up?
Yeah, if we had a swear box, we could have had a bath and shower for the lads years ago.
Oh, you never give up, do you?
You know, plumbing's very expensive. It's the copper, you see.
Aye, and then there's the ladies doing the half-time teas. Now, if the lads are running about in and out of showers...
You'll have a lot more helping, won't you?
If only you'd come forward with one constructive idea.
I am.
What, chocolate footballs?
Player of the Year award. Now, come on.
Oh, Ben Mitchell.
no, Ben Mitchell! It's got to be
You're not Marky Neston. It's got to be Marky Neston. That goal he scored at home in the third cup match. He was on his back when he kicked it. He had to be 3 men and the bloody referee.
A bit of luck, that word, too.
Look. He scored, didn't he? That's what it's all about. You've never kicked a ball in your life.
Well, Whipper gets mine.
Oh,
He's only had 3 bookings this year. He is trying. You know what a temper he's got. Yes, he should be rewarded.
he should be locked up, you mean?
Ben Mitchell, his skills improved out of all proportion. He lays the ball off, he uses his
Marky
hand.
Neston, you've only got to see him move down that wing. Never misses practice, always keen, always helping with the nets.
Never swears on the field.
Yeah, never swears on the field. He's a bloody good lad.
He has made the most improvement.
Yeah.
Oh, I suppose you're right.
Of course I'm right. He inspires the whole team. Should be bloody captain.
All right. Is it decided then?
Yes!
Marky
Mr.
Neston.
Woodcock presents his compliments, and can you stop your inane and infantile racket? I can't hear myself think.
Did he tell you to say that?
Yes, he did.
Come in, Hazel. Let's have a look at you.
I'm only delivering his message. We can all hear you in there, you know. He's going spare.
Oh, come in, Hazel.
It's the first aid class, of course.
You're Charlie's sprinters, lass, aren't you?
Yes, Mr. Bolton.
Well, why did he send you then?
I was the only one free.
Christ, what's he doing to all the others then?
Oh, they're all in comas.
You're engaged to Ron Clark's lad, aren't you?
Yes,
Ah, he's a nice boy.
I think so.
We can't be making all that noise, Hazel.
Well, our class is very quiet, you see, and the shouting from in here reverberates around the hall. There's not many of us, you see.
How old is Ron Clark's lad then?
Gordon? Oh, he's 18 and a half.
He lets you walk about like that, does he?
Oh, he's out there with Mr. Woodcock.
Ah, he's the one who tied you up then, is he?
Only the elbow. It's impacted.
Oh, so Mr. Woodcock gets all the best bits and Gordon just gets the elbow, eh?
Not bad, Bill, not bad.
It's ever so interesting.
It's a bit like folk dancing, though, isn't it?
Look, Hazel, you go back and tell your Mr. Woodcock that he'll need his first aid if he sends you in here again. We've got something very important to discuss.
I think we're all important in some way, Mr. Bolton.
Out of the mouths of babes and sucklings.
Yes, well, you tell him to run his own messages, Hazel. There's a good girl.
Yes, Mr. Bolton.
Poor kid. She only does this because her father won't let her mix with the lads. She's a bloody lunatic. She comes here once a week, sees young Gordon, and all they do is practice reef knots.
I know, it's a shame. She's such a lovely girl.
I think that Woodcock needs watching. Does he always bandage the girl?
Hey, hands up those who think Woodcock's a dirty old man.
Kids. Little kids playing at being grown-ups. What are you deciding now? Whose ball it is? Do you realise I can't hear myself talk out there? This hall is for the whole village, you know, not just for you fanatics.
And I'm Church of England.
I have a small class out there and I want to instruct them. I don't want to waste their time. Do you understand?
Yes, Adolf. No, Adolf.
I shall bring this to the notice of the village hall committee. You take too much on yourselves. Other people have the use of this hall as well.
If we were noisy, I apologise on behalf of our committee.
I'm bloody chairman, and you're overruled. You can't apologise for me. This is a committee room, and committees do a lot of shouting and talking. Oh, look, go away and bandage your ulster if you can find it, and leave us alone.
Is anyone taking this down?
Knickers.
Oh, look, go away, or you'll get a crash course in how to stop bleeding.
Threats! Threats! The world is full of threats.
Is it true you get cup final tickets allocated to you?
Yes, I burned them.
Oh, come on, let's have a bit of dignity.
You haven't heard the last of this. I have a right to be here. A right to exercise my use of the hall like everybody else. A right to some respect.
What's he on about?
We will try and be a bit quieter, Mr. Woodcock.
But nobody's denying you the use of the hall.
He is.
Yes, what?
Who, me?
Yes, you, with your violence and your browbeating.
My what?
Other people live in this terrible world, you know.
Oh, Lord.
All I'm trying to do is pass on knowledge. A fairly honourable and selfless thing to do. And I have to take abuse and threats from you. And I won't be put off. You can't get rid of me. People like me are stayers.
Yes, but not all bloody night. Look, we've got a committee meeting.
You've upset my whole class. How can I get their concentration back now?
Well, untie them, date stamp them, and let them run around a bit.
Look, is there anything in the hall regulations about the invasion of people's privacy? Cyril!
No. No, it's always understood that one group shouldn't interfere with another one.
Is there anything about shouting abuse?
Oh, quite a lot. You can be thrown out of a dance for it.
No, I mean meetings.
Mr. Woodcock, why don't you and your class go and have coffee now? We'll finish our meeting and then we'll all be happy.
Well, as you know, I'm a reasonable man. I'll say no more.
Can we get on then? There's the Player of the Year, Woodcock. Look, let's be serious. Now, all those in favour of Mark Neston?
Yes.
Right. Well, Mark Neston it is.
Come on then, speeches.
What?
It's the next on the agenda, speeches.
Look, don't you bloody start. It's up to him. Give me a fag, Cyril. He calls the business. Now, let's keep it orderly, shall we?
What I've been saying all evening.
Well, Arthur makes the opener. Then Lester responds as vice. If there's a guest he has a natter, then the chairman of the league closes. Is he coming this year?
I don't know. His piles are playing him up. I tried to talk to him at his home ground. He couldn't keep still. I missed half the match.
They do an operation for that, you know.
Oh, there's a bloody big waiting list, though.
Oh, yeah. Sitting around in hospitals is not on, is it?
Cyril, I think you ought to give him a ring. We must check that out.
Yeah.
After my job, are you?
No, I'm just interested.
All right, any other business?
Showers for the lads.
Well, if Wimpy here would do it at cost, we might have a chance.
I can't run my business like that.
Well, I do the oranges and the chewing gum free.
What's your turnover?
That's my affair.
Exactly. Ask him the price of copper. He knows it all.
No, we can't expect Arthur to do it on the cheap.
All right. No showers. Not for another bloody year.
Well, that's it then. Well, it's the week sheet for you lot. I'm still on football business. That's all very well for you.
We're coming, Maggie. I've told you this before, but it can't be emphasized too strongly. Speed. Speed, speed, speed. And knowledge. S-A-K. S-A-K. Speed and knowledge. Knowing what to do and when, lives can be saved. We live in a rural area, as you know. To stop a tractor driver from bleeding to death from a severed leg is easy if you know what to do. And do it promptly. How long does it take an ambulance to get to us?
8 minutes if it's not raining and not rush hour.
Correct. 8 minutes, while his precious blood is oozing away. It's too long.
Will they ever get to us any faster, Mr. Woodcock?
Well, only if the stations move nearer. You see, even if they had a mobile patrol. Accidents, as you well know, always happen in the worst possible places. I mean, the far corner of a field with no access during severe rain or fog. We must be ready.
That Stacey Road's a death trap.
All we need is for two buses to have a go at each other and we're in business.
I don't think we should try to drum up trade, Gordon, but I take your point. No, it's an old Roman road, you see. Us locals know about the dips in it, but these idiots overtaking are always being caught out.
Are we doing pressure points again tonight, Mr. Woodcock?
Yes, I think so. And we'll brush up on Burns.
Burns? Best bloody point who ever lived.
Could you pass through as quickly as possible, please?
All right. Next time with that bloody casters fitted, if you like. We'll just glide through.
Pick up your feet, lads. Mind the splinters. They'll have you in bed for a week.
Ignore them, class. Control. Modulate your breathing.
I think you're doing a grand job.
Ignore them, class.
I broke my leg. Now's your chance, Mr. Woodcock. I'm a slow healer.
Come on, Bolton.
Yes?
When are you planning this dinner of yours?
Well, on the 19th, same as always.
What a pity.
What do you mean?
I booked the hall 3 months ago. We're having a disaster lecture. An expert from London. On the 19th.
What?
I think you've been caught offside, Bolton. You'll have to blow your little tin whistle.
But we always have it on the 19th.
Yes, but you do have to book it. It's the rule of the hall. It's taken for the next 3 months. I've checked. Twice.
Cyril!
He's right. He's got a Mr. Mitchell coming from Croydon to discuss body counts and survival. Well, God knows how they slipped him in.
It's that lot from Grange Street. There's 2 of them on the committee. Not proper villagers like us, weekend people, bloody commuters.
How the hell you didn't book our dinner will remain a mystery to me for the rest of my days.
We've never had to book it before. And we have it the same every year. Same night, same cost, same kitchen staff.
Same me and you.
Meanwhile, what do? Bloody pack lunch in the car park?
He's planned this, you know, Woodcock. He's a nutcase. He's hugging himself in there, getting his own back.
Cyril, can't we have him overruled in our past booking record?
Well, I spoke to most of the Hall Committee and they said things have been getting very lax and too much has been taken for granted. We'll have to suffer for our mistakes.
Your bloody mistakes.
We should hold it in Cyril's house.
We'll have to postpone it.
We always have it on the 19th. We're going to have it on the 19th. What What did Marky Neston's dad say?
Well, it's nothing to do with him.
Well, his lad's up for most promising, didn't you tell him?
Yes, he said he knew it was about time too, but we'd have to sing for our supper someone else.
I don't know what's got into everybody nowadays. People have just gone daft.
We'll have to find some way of making him change his mind.
Well, that's obvious, isn't it? We'll have to work on him. Soft soap him. Wash his bloody bandages for him. Tell him he's God's gift to compound fractures. Hey, we'll tell him he's got the gift. We'll pay Mrs. Jackson to throw her crutches away whenever he touches her. Anything.
Flattery, Bolton, will get you absolutely nothing. Nothing, you hear? While you're still milling around about your piddling little dinner, an important matter concerning all adult-thinking people will be under discussion in this very hall.
Oh, come on. Can't we get together on this, Leonard?
You can come to the lecture. Bill. Coffee and biscuits. And a brain.
What's that supposed to mean?
How's the leg? Still hurting?
How many people are coming to your lecture, Mr. Woodcock?
Quite a few. Quite a few. I'm very flattered.
You kept it very quiet.
Some of us like being quiet. The moderate among us, the caring people.
I think what you're doing is fantastic. The only thing that gets any interest nowadays is bingo.
Yes, my class has noticed that. It's very interesting. It springs from a desire to learn, you see. Once you've tapped that, the world is your,
Your oyster?
Yes.
Mr. Woodcock, would there be any chance of you holding your lecture some other time?
No.
I was just asking, you know. I mean, we are, as it were, traditional in our dinners.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a known fact in the village the 19th is the footy dinner, and that's it.
Well, may well be. May well be indeed. But the hard fact is, we're booked and you're not. I've taken a lot of abuse from some of your more senior committee members. Although that doesn't thrust on me a dog-in-the-manger attitude, it certainly makes me less lenient to compromise.
Have you finished?
Yes, I have. Why?
I just wondered, that's all.
Oh.
There's no hope, then?
Sorry. Well, let's get back to my class. Now, I've enjoyed some of this discussion. Our different factions should meet more often, you know. Might solve a lot of silly problems. Now, come on, class. Gordon has got 80%.
I was going to hit him.
Yeah, I know you were.
Well, why did you stop
It
me?
won't solve anything.
It might. Put him away, we can have the whole.
What do you do when you're referee and the lads start fighting?
Send him off.
Exactly.
Violence never solves anything.
Don't you believe it? They knock hell out of each other in the dressing rooms.
I think there's a small chance we can get him to change his mind. I have a feeling he'll let us have the whole. When he's had time to enjoy his triumph a little longer.
Well, meantime, what do we do? Rent a portable fish and chip van?
No, what we do is go down the wheat sheaf and have a drink.
I'm not drinking with him.
Oh, come on, we can sort this out. It's not the end of the world.
Don't forget, he's in a state of shock. His skin is burning. You should cut his clothing off, but we'll imagine that. Those tight jeans would be a problem. Good, good. Then I threatened to fight him, man to man. He refused, of course. You know how I abhor violence. Bullies like that always climb down. Ha! What a triumph. The class almost cheered. You should have been there, Matilda. He was mocking me as usual. He and his jackals were on their way out. When I calmly dropped in, "When is your dinner booked for, Bolton?" I call him Bolton because I know it gets him. Makes his neck go puce. Hates me for it. You listening?
Yeah.
Well, picture the scene. The hot foot for the wheat sheaf, licking their lips, laughing at me and the class, and with one question I bring them down to hard reality. The smiles went, the giggles stopped. I had him in the palm of my hand, helpless. God, it felt good. They pleaded with me. But you know my principles. What a pity, I said. What a pity. I'm booked for the 19th, I said. They didn't know where to look. Lost little children. Someone had taken their sweets away from them.
I should have hit him. I should have hit him. Great fat Burke. Solved the whole problem. We got 15 lads deserving to have a fuss made of them. being messed about by a bloody lunatic. You watching this? Why should we have to wait 3 months for our dinner? No, he'll have to shift or I'll be out for bloody murder. And I'll get off as well, twisted little tyke. I mean, it's not straight, is it? I mean, it's not straight to go and book a known date behind your back. The whole committee are as much to blame. They've got some explaining to do. Little Cyril was crying in the pub tonight. Well, I bought him a drink. What a bloody mess. I don't know how to face the lads. They've worked so hard. Makes you want to give up, doesn't it? I'll retire at the end of this year, go and live in bloody Malta, leave this bloody country for good. Well, it's no good, is it? Oh, I've done my best. Leave this bloody country for good.
Class, attention please. Class? Thank you. Ronald, show me Victoria's brachial pressure point, please. Good, good, very good. Mrs. Valentine, Albert severed his leg, extreme case.
Tourniquet?
We call it restrictive bandage nowadays. Well done, well done. All right, class, no more quickies. Settle down. I can't tell you how gratified I am that you should all give up your Saturday afternoon to help with this rehearsal, but I'm most anxious that the arrangements for our lecture on the 19th shall go smoothly. Forewarned is forearmed. I'm very grateful, very grateful. Now, as you know, we have to be out by 4 today. We shouldn't really be here. As no one else is using the hall. We have special dispensation, as it were. We have to ignore that lot, of course. Well, we're rather good at that, aren't we? Oh, I have some news for you. I finally persuaded my firm to form a heavy rescue team. This will involve the purchase of some extra equipment, and I have an assurance that I can have the use of it to instruct my class here. Now, isn't that good news?
Does that mean we'll be self-contained, Mr. Woodcock?
Not quite, but it means lots of fun, I hope.
Do we get the ambulance now?
No, it's still no go there. But we can use their new recovery vehicle.
Does it have a crane on the back?
Well, have some sort of lifting gear, I should hope. No, mostly it carries ropes, cables, harnesses, gas masks. All the things one needs for saving life.
Will it have asbestos suits?
Yes, I think so. I think it'll relieve any boredom that might have settled in with the run-of-the-mill exercises we're doing now. Oh, pure bandaging can be irksome. This will give us something to stretch ourselves with. We'll have to liaise with my firm's first aid group, of course, as you all meet so often. I see no problem there.
Isn't it exciting?
Very encouraging, yes.
We're not going to get called out to get cows out of holes and cats out of trees and stuff, are we?
No. I mean, we'll just supplement the existing rescue stations in our area.
What, like a lifeboat crew?
Yes, in a way, Gordon.
Fantastic.
I think, Mrs. Valentine, you'll be our driver, alternating with Edwards from the firm. You've had a lot of experience with heavy vehicles, haven't you? Good. Well done. We'll work out a roster. It may mean invading your weekend slightly, but in spite of that, I feel we can all benefit. Now then, enough of that. Let's get on with the job in hand.
Well, I think they should call it off. After all, it's only a friendly.
Try telling that to the left back. Yes, he's leaving his tackles so late, he's making most of them at home.
The ball must be so heavy for him.
Hey, did you see Ben had it just before half-time?
Yeah, what was he doing? He suddenly went all strange, started dancing about, slapping his legs.
Well, that was his Morris dancing routine. The ball must have dazed him. Amazing, weren't it?
He looked drunk to me.
No, he only had his usual 2 pints. He's putting on weight, though, isn't he?
Is it about time they were getting back?
Here, come on. Let's be having you. We're all getting dry again in here.
Good luck, lads. Hey, Maggie, bring my shorts out for me, will you, love?
Call it off.
Well, that'd be too easy, wouldn't it?
Yeah, the lads are enjoying it.
I'm glad we changed ends. I was water skiing the first time.
Yeah, we can't see a thing from in here, you know. You're just a blur.
Well, why don't you come outside and give the lads a shout? Come on, it'll make you grow. It'll make a man of you.
I think we'll leave the heroics to you two. I'll tell you one thing, it's made nonsense of our need for showers.
Even his underpants are getting a free wash.
You've gotten about the halfway line. I've been in it 3 times. It's about a foot deep.
Well, you've got to learn to swim then. Yeah.
Just like kids, aren't they? Hey, Cyril, you're not going out in that, are you?
Well, I was just going down to the village. I won't be long.
Well, can't it wait? You'll get soaked.
I'll be back in a minute.
Must be football business.
It worries me.
Yeah, Arthur's too hard on him.
He works hard, does Cyril? Doesn't get any thanks for it either.
None of us do.
Shame about his wife and all.
Why? What's the matter with her?
Well, didn't you know?
No? What's wrong with her?
Oh, well, there's nothing wrong with her. Henry ain't not like that. Hey, up, well off.
Hey, what is it?
Oh, ask Maggie.
Hey, Maggie?
Oh, lovely ball, Ben. Did you see that?
Yes, come on. Well left, Whipper. Well left, lad.
I think he missed it.
They can't hear you from in here, you know.
Hey, look at Marky go. Look at the spray he's sending up. God, he's fast. No one can touch him. Look at him. Look at him. Now, watch his swerve.
God, I bet that hurt.
That's more like it. There. Oh, dear. We look a bit thin on the ground. I hope we won't be disappointed.
How many of us are coming, Mr. Woodcock?
We're only our group, I'm afraid. Plus passers-by, of course.
Well, we're only a small village. What does he expect?
Well, I believe Mr. Mitchell's a kindly man. I don't suppose he'll castigate us for our lack of numbers.
Are we going to have flowers on the table?
Yes, I think so. Rather symbolic of our concern for freedom, life.
Mrs. Valentine is a lovely arrangement.
Miss Valentine? Good. That's settled. So just time for a few more quickies. Hazel, what happens when we have a local alert?
The siren goes at Stacy.
And what happens here? Gordon.
The bells go.
Right? Okay. Village Hall, Woodcock speaking. Who? Sorry, you sound a bit muffled. From London, yes? Who? Mr. Mitchell! we were just finalising our arrangements in the hall here for you. We'll be a bit short on turnout, I'm afraid, but not to worry. Oh, dear, I am sorry. What a great pity. We were so looking forward to it. You have our sympathy, Mr. Mitchell. We all have to answer the call someday. How old was she? Ah, yes. A good life. Hope you don't misunderstand me saying that. No, of course, I'll make the necessary adjustments here, but what a pity. We had some heavy rescue equipment to show off to you. Of course. Oh, let the tears come, Mr. Mitchell. It's best in the end. Mr. Mitchell? Mr. Mitchell?
Oh, Mr. Woodcock, Marky's had an accident. We think he's broken his leg.
Ring for an ambulance. Mrs. Valentine, stretcher. Hazel, blankets and the big box, please. Now look sharp. And keep calm, everybody. Keep calm. You know the drill.
Ambulance, please.
Now keep calm. Ronald, Albert, on the table. There. We've done all we can. We just sit tight and wait for the ambulance crew from Stacy to react to our call for assistance. As you can see, the patient is conscious and quite comfortable. Now then, Hazel, what sort of a break is it?
Simple.
Simple? He went down like a ton of bricks.
Quite right. A simple fracture. No bleeding. No jagged edges protruding. No problem.
Mr. Woodcock, we have to keep checking the patient for constriction of blood supply and vomiting.
Would you like to do that, Gordon?
you score?
Piss off.
He's not in shock, Mr. Woodcock.
No, he's a fit young man, should recover quickly. Class, I must apologise for securing the leg myself. I should, of course, have let one of you attempt it. There's nothing like practical splinting to boost your confidence.
No, thanks, Mr. Woodcock. I'd never imagined.
Nonsense, nonsense.
They're like a lot of bloody ghouls, aren't they? Listen to them. I'll go out and cut my head open if you like, or would you prefer a broken back?
Oh, shut up, Bill. He knows his stuff.
I know it seems heartless to you, Mr. Lester, but we need experience, and I think we've acquitted ourselves well today. What do you say, Mark? Mr. Valentine? 9 minutes. 9 minutes. 9 awful minutes. This young man could have had his lifeblood drained away by now if this had been a car accident instead of a simple fracture, if his head had gone through the windscreen and he had suffered severe lacerations to the face and neck. What do you
He's always gone queer when he's doing blood, you know. Blood turns him queer.
Loosen his collar, somebody. Now, you rehearsed this often enough. You ought to be able to do it in practice. No. Take his tie off. Take his tie off and undo the collar. That's the idea. Open the window, somebody. What was his pulse?
Quite fast.
I think I did the right thing.
Oh, yeah, no point in going on. No points involved.
It wouldn't have been right for Marky. I mean, we're not that callous.
Oh, it was a friendly. That wasn't long to go anyway. You did exactly what I would have done.
I think their manager agreed with us. He's a nice fellow.
Yeah, spot on.
Hey, did you see Brian keel over? What a bloody performance. I've never seen anybody do that before. I mean, I've seen him go straight down, but never up and over like that. Seemed as if he was trying to do a back dive off a springboard.
His wife came for him. She was as white as he was. Nice legs, though.
Amazing, isn't it? I mean, you think you know someone and then pow. Out of the blue, something unexpected happens and all the flaws come out.
He'll never live it down, will he?
Hey, whenever I want something pushed through the committee, I'll describe my operation to him if I don't get his vote.
I thought someone had shot him.
I know what you mean. Hey, I was bloody impressed with Woodcock.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know he enjoys it, but by God, did you see the way those bandages went on?
Yeah, very impressive.
And did you see the way he ran his arms down the other leg?
Huh?
Well, he was looking for extra damage, you see.
Oh.
Bloody clever. Didn't hurt the lad at all.
No. Bags of guts there.
Well, most promising.
Yeah, what a bloody shame. Never mind, he'll be right as rain next season.
Yeah. Hey, there's someone knocking.
Yeah.
Could you spare a moment?
Oh, come in, Mr. Woodcock. You'll have to take us as you find us, I'm afraid.
I hope I'm not intruding.
No, not at all, not at all. Maggie, a cup of tea for Mr. Woodcock. Do you take sugar?
Just one, please.
One spoonful, Mag.
I was just saying to Bill how impressed I was with your splinting. You did a very good job.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I've been told it was you who strapped the boy's legs together before you went on the stretcher.
Yeah, well, it's just a trick I learned in the army. You don't forget, do you?
Well, I could do with you in my group.
Oh, you're too good for me. After what you showed us today, I'd be frightened of putting a plaster on myself.
Well done, anyway. You probably saved a lot of complications.
A nice cup of tea.
Oh, thank you very much, Mrs. Collins.
What a day, eh? What a bloody day.
How long do you think the leg will be?
Oh, he's young and fit. He'll be up and about in no time. You almost see it healing as he was lying there.
I'd like to apologise for the other night.
How embarrassing. Not at all. Not at all. I was in the wrong as well. Totally committed, you see. Always have been.
Well, anyway, it's a pleasure to have you in our humble dressing room.
I envy you the exercise you get. Now, I'll never have to thump you two out of a coronary attack. Keep it up. Running's the best thing for you.
Well, I'll tell you what. You run the line for us and we'll join your lot, OK?
I have a proposition for you.
Oh, yeah? Well,
Oh. Your dinner.
Yeah?
I'm prepared to postpone our lecture so it can take place on its due date.
Oh, now that's kind of you. Isn't it, Arthur?
well, I can't tell you what a weight that is off my chest. The lads will be pleased.
Good. I hoped you'd be pleased.
That solves all our problems, doesn't it?
It certainly does. I can't believe it. Oh, look, I'm sorry about the other night. All that rubbish about Burns.
Please feel no remorse at all. It's forgotten already.
No, I truly am. I'm a bit of a bighead at times. No one knows it better than me. Isn't that right, Bill?
Terrible he is, especially at the meetings. Well, of course, you know that, don't you?
Yes, I can safely agree to that, I think. However...
Hey, do you fancy a drink?
Yeah.
We always have a get-together on a Saturday night. You know, play a few darts, sink a few jars. You know, a bit of a sing. I've never seen you in the sheaf. What do you say?
Well, I think I promised my wife we'd listen to a concert together. She's very fond of Elgar.
Well, bring him as well. No, it's just that, well, I'd like to buy you a drink.
It's very kind of you. Heavens! I must be off.
Oh. Hey, what about your proposition?
Yeah.
Of course. Well, just a thought of mine, but we could have a disaster on our hands.
Well, that's one thing we're good at, disasters.
No, you don't understand. I mean a local disaster involving heavy loss of life.
Get away. Where?
You know the old railway line's been activated again.
Yes, what of it?
You know what they carry in those tanks?
Diesel, I suppose.
And petrol. Now, if you care to keep watch on the line, you'll notice that about 5 o'clock, 6 or 7 works buses cross the bridge almost exactly as the last train passes underneath. I mean, that old bridge shakes like mad. One day a bus is going to land on top of that train, and then where will we be?
Looking for a new village.
I'm in serious trouble.
Well, have you told anyone about it?
Repeatedly. I'm ignored. But one day it'll happen, as sure as I'm standing here.
Well, what can we do to help?
I'd like to have a rehearsal.
Well, they won't allow that, will they?
No. I'd like to have a rehearsal in bringing the injured from the bridge area into the hall for treatment.
Oh, well, how can we help?
By being bodies.
Oh, I see what you mean. You want our lads to pretend to be damaged in the accident, and your lot to treat them.
It'd be most instructive for my group, and perhaps in the event save precious lives.
Well, it sounds like a lot of fun. Can we choose our own injuries?
Well, you can be on my team if you want.
No, I fancy a bit of comfort from young Hazel. I'll have a broken back and loss of memory. That should keep her busy.
No, must keep it serious.
Oh, yes, of course. Well, I think we can accommodate Mr. Woodcock, can't we, Arthur?
Well, of course we can.
Good. I'll let you have the details as soon as possible. It's been a productive day, hasn't it? Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mr. Woodcock.
Goodbye. Oh, mind me broken back.
What a let-off.
Everything back to normal. But it can't be bad. All we've got to do is pretend to have been in an accident. He can bandage me from head to foot if he likes.
Me too. Do you suppose he's right about those trains?
Yeah, not on your life. It's sewage from Siley. But Christ's sake, don't tell him. Come on.
Were you nervous?
No.
What a day. Broken leg and a collapse.
It's very exciting, wasn't it?
I think that's the best feint I've ever seen.
What did Mark Neston say to you when you bent over him?
Oh, nothing much. I think he were a bit delirious.
He was very brave.
Do you think so?
Well, I wouldn't like all those people watching me with a broken leg.
Mr. Woodcock was good, wasn't he?
He always is, isn't he? Do you know, for one horrible moment, I thought he was going to ask me to do the splinting.
Well, why not? You could have done it.
Not on Mark Neston.
Well, why not?
I'm not saying.
What do you mean?
I'm just not saying.
Look, he hasn't done anything to you, has he?
What do you mean?
Oh, never mind.
You must know I can't stand men with hairy legs.
Why not?
My dad.
Has he got hairy legs?
Yeah, and he wears shorts when he does the gardening. It's horrible. Have you got hairy legs?
I can't remember.
Don't look now, for goodness sake.
That's the lot. We're finished. Bye-bye.
Bye, Mrs.
Bye,
Valentine.
Mrs. V.
Bye, Ron.
Bye, Ron.
Where's Mr. Woodcock?
Oh, I think he's gone in to see Mr. Bolton and Mr. Lester.
Do we have to lock up?
Don't know.
Keys in the door.
I know.
Should we put this box away?
Yeah.
Oh!
What's up?
Got got a splinter, I think. Must be from the floor.
Let's have a look. Where does it hurt?
There. Just there.
I can't see out.
Must be under the skin.
Hang on. I had to do this for a mate at work.
There you are, children. I've got wonderful news. We're going to have a disaster. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Not yet. 14, 15, 16, 17, 20. Time?
Mr. Woodcock, a bus has fallen on a train and there are many dead and dying, crawling all over the line. Shall I sound the alert?
Make your signal. Good, good. Then it was raining. Still, can't have everything. Victoria, start your kettles. Now come on, this way. Second bed on the right. What have we got here? Broken pelvis and leg injuries. Right down at the end of the room. Poor dear. Mrs. Valentine will take your particulars. Now pass through as quickly as possible. Make way for the stretcher. Right, on you go. Another one, Mrs. Valentine. Oh dear, right down here. Heavy bleeding. Straight through, please. Now keep calm, everyone. Now don't knock yourself out, Gordon. Don't overdo it. Now, help each other as much as possible, please. If anyone's fit enough to bring in the more severely injured, would you please help? And then not all of you, just a few. Both legs broken? Who allowed you to walk in here? Never mind. Just go lie down at the end. Mrs. Valentine, will you splint that one, please? Right. Now, you know what to do when you get there. Don't just dump her. Carefully.
Lower abdomen, very serious.
Right, this one here. I take great care of her. Watch the way she goes. You better lie down there, I suppose. I think. Go on, you talk. I don't know why he hasn't got a label.
Assistance! Heavy bleeding!
We're finished now, Gordon.
Where am I? Where am I? I want Hazel to treat me. Where am I?
Well, I can't stand here nattering to you. My ribs have pierced my lungs and I'm frothing at the mouth.
Well, you better lie down.
Yeah.
Hey, where have you been all my life?
Never mind here. Might should be dead in 3 minutes.
Now, you wait your turn, Bill.
Bill, what do you mean, Bill? I thought you lost your memory.
Yeah, well, it comes and goes.
I see. Where were you when the crash happened?
I was in the wheat, Chief. I forgot all about it. When I heard those bells, I thought we'd been invaded. Where were you?
I was in the front part of the train. We had 2 buses land on us.
Did it hurt?
Well, we were wiped out.
Well, what are you doing here, then?
Well, I swapped labels with the bloke in the front compartment.
Why?
Oh, he got fed up and wanted to go home, so I've also got a ruptured spleen and severe shock if you're interested.
No, thanks. I'll stick with what I've got.
Please so.
I'm being very brave, aren't I?
Some of us are dead, you know.
Hey, I tried to rescue everybody, but my broken back held me up. I couldn't run, you see.
I tried to lift one of those ladies from Broome Street. She wanted me to carry her home.
Well, you probably fancied you.
No, I just don't think she understood what was going on.
Yeah, well, that makes 2 of us. Have you finished? Have you done? No. Can I have any visitors?
Fine way to treat a broken back, to bandage his head, isn't it?
Hey, let's go and frighten Brian.
Yeah, what about us? We've been lying in the wet grass for hours. Oh, that's all very well. We're supposed to be bleeding to death.
Oh, come on, lads.
Yes, come on, we'll take a short break.
And as Bill said, we've no silver on table tonight. No cup. And, hang on. Hang on. You played hard, all of you, like bloody heroes. And we all wish Marky Neston the best of luck with his bad leg. And we're very proud of him. Good luck, Marky. Now I come to something that you might not know about. This dinner very nearly didn't take place. This dinner only happened because of the kindness of one man.
Here, here.
A man I've come to regard as a personal friend. A man who's done so much for this village.
Here, here.
Aye. A man who's honoured us with his presence here tonight, and his good lady. So, I ask you all to raise your glasses and drink to Mr. Leonard Woodcock.
Mr. Leonard Woodcock. Go on, Speed. Come on, then.
Mr. Chairman, Player of the Year, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your warm welcome. My wife and I are delighted to share your evening with you, delighted. And what a good dinner it was.
Yeah. Hey, Leonard, go on, tell him about the lecture you gave up. Go on.
Mr. Bolton's referring to a lecture which should have taken place here tonight. A lecture arranged by me for the first aid class. However, when I realized your dinner was on the same night, I cancelled it.
What about...
I killed his mother off. You what? I killed his speaker's mother off. I phoned Woodcock up and cried down the phone to him. You're drunk. I know.
Cancelling that lecture, which I suppose would have been fairly boring by tonight's dinner.
But how did you stop his speaker from coming?
Thank you very much indeed.
I didn't.
However, I must say just this. Cancelling that lecture has made me a very happy man. I've made new friends with all this. All this.
Oh, that's great.